we global. Let's run.
Down south, I'm from Mississippi originally.
Man, my grandma's from Mississippi.
My mama and all my aunts live in Texas, so when you be like, hold up, hey man, say man, wait man.
I see your crystals too. I see you when I came in. I the plane. I switched my whole jersey. I had the crystals for the plane. So you know we got no games, man. No games. We got them.
Especially when you traveling, man. You coming across all kind of shit. So it's good that you kept your shit tucked in, cause you know what I mean. You fucking around and have crystals full of everybody else's energy.
Oh, I throw some in. I didn't know. That's what I got gas too. I didn't know when you rolling.
Oh yeah, man, get comfy, my guy. Get comfy, man. This drink radio, man, where you get to enjoy yourself. I don't know what you smoking.
We going back in after this song, right?
Backwoods. Keep it rolling. Need some backwoods? You need one?
I got like 10. I might make some more.
I mean, I got some on here. Oh yeah, go ahead, join in the festivities, man. This is one of our feature artists right here. He ain't here right now, BA the artist. But we got the recording studio if they already told you. So, you know what I mean, if you ever want to come to, because we're working on collaborative projects right now. We got some coming out for Valentine's Day. We got Dream radio projects coming out. So we're looking to collaborate with multiple artists in the area. That way we can put out something where everybody can share it and you can be tapped in with multiple people. So now it ain't just your fan base that you got to use in order to get your music out. Now you got people that's out in Alabama, you got the Texas people, we got people in Vegas, we got people in Arkansas, all these different people that's doing music, that everybody's gonna be collaborating on this tape, and then it'll be based out of here in San Diego, where that way you got extra promo. You know what I mean? You can say I'm part of this collaborative promo album, and then you can put 1 or 2 songs on there, and now you featured on this, you know what I mean? It's just everybody doing their thing together. So if you got some stuff that you would consider putting out, or would you like to put out, you would still get your royalties and everything. It would just be put out under our platform. You know what I mean?
All that networking, I love promo. It's power, man. It's power.
I told you, man, it's the power of communication. We're trying to be able to communicate with the world.
Yes, sir.
For real.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's what that shit is. The only way you're going to be able to do it.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna wait till we get back home.
I'm about
to ask him, man, what made you? Because you said you don't even drink for real. So you straight.
Don't go into that yet.
Oh, no,
Don't go into that
okay.
yet. Don't go into that yet. See, you have to do it. Don't even go into that yet.
Like, it's gonna be a
bumper,
juicy
this next
segment.
bumper we going in.
It's gonna be a juicy segment right here. I feel it. It's hard to record.
Hell yeah.
What's happening?
That was BA the artist we had coming through live in that motherfucker, you feel me, with Focus. But before that we had Jordann. That motherfucker had some player swag to it. It was just like real, you know what I mean? It came in different than what a lot of people would have thought it would have dropped like. Good vibes.
Much love.
Good vibes. So I mean, so what brings you like what brings you to music? Like what made you like start rapping?
Man, so it's crazy. I grew up in a church household, but like just growing and developing, like even with rap, you know, growing into it and getting deeper into it, I like music that connects more than music that just, you know, make you bop. You got music that, you know, you can dance to always, but it's deeper than that. Like at the end of the day, when you go home, you thinking about stuff and you got stuff really on your mind, like on a bigger level, you know, you gotta have something to unwind to. So it's like you always got the big hits that, you know, that's the jams and stuff, but I like that deeper stuff. So that's what we shooting for.
That's what's up. So you say you grew up in like church, like church vibes and all that shit, right?
Yeah, yes sir.
So what did you do before you rapped though? Like was it always rap first, or was it more like singing and all that shit, like choir or some shit like that?
Man, yeah, I was in the choir when I was young, and then just, you know, hanging around with the homies. It was freestyling and then going to the studio and stuff like that.
Like stable type shit.
Yes sir. Yes sir. Yes sir.
Okay, bye. So we know where it starts. So it's crazy. I asked that because I actually was singing and shit first, and then music more rap was more like, you know what I'm saying, probably looking up to a relative and shit. So all that shit was more like all that shit was more like, all right, that shit turned, you know what I'm saying, into another level. And I actually sung in the choir, so it's more like, you know, different vibe. He need to put that out there. He need to.
Different vibe. That was on accident.
Hey, so
man.
like, okay, so at what point did you know, like, all right, music, like it's it, like I'm not about to be fucking plan B or whatever like that, like it's music, like it's music.
Man, that's crazy that you say that. So shout out to my big homie Brian Lopez, bro. When I was like 14, like I think for my 14th birthday, he took me to the Wayne concert, and that's when I was serious about rapping. I was, like rapping when I was younger. That wasn't the cool thing to do. Kids wasn't going to the studio on the weekend. That wasn't what the girls wanted back then when I was in high school. So it was like, it was only 3-4 rapping of us rapping at school. So back then it was like I wanted to rap. But when I went to the Wayne concert, I think on like my 14th birthday, and I seen Wayne, and he brought out Drake, he brought out Nicki, he brought out the whole team. I was like, I'm a rapper. Right. Like I'm not playing.
That era made you think different. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes, and that, music, like you said, music is it's an emotional vibe. Like music is vibes, like in general. So
gotta touch you.
If a motherfucker talk about music and if they don't say like it make them move, then I'm like, this motherfucker don't really fuck with music.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Because music, like whether you writing, you listening to me, like music is, nigga, it's an emotion. Like it's not that it's like almost like another sense, but it's, nigga,
it's heavy.
You gotta touch
you. It gotta touch you.
It gotta touch you.
You know,
it gotta touch you like a motherfucker. So that's what's up. So I noticed. Let me say this. I noticed, like, again, and I'm just now like hearing you and shit. So I'm getting a vibe. So I listen to this shit that, and again, I'm more. So I got this. I see how you say that shit.
I'm sorry?
Spotify. So I listen to your shit on Spotify. So
Okay.
All right. So I'm listening 2018, 2020, 2018 you take a break. Yeah. 2020 hit. What happened in between that time that made you like settle down on like putting out some shit?
Man, so shout out to all my producers and like my creative team. It's like, and shout out to Atlantic Records too, because it's like once I kind of, I want to say like matured in my career and went more professional. I sat down with some A&Rs in Atlantic Records, and they really just told me just how to really put a lock on things. And when I did that, it was like take a step back to really jump forward instead of just running, making music. It's like it's not always about the music. It's a business, and that's what people gotta understand with business. It's a business. Or I'm sorry, with music, it's a business. That's what's up. And to do that, you can't always just when you build in a house, you can't just build, you can't just do one thing for the whole time. You got other parts to it. You got I don't want to get this wrong for nobody who does construction. Shout out to my people in construction. But you got your wood, the people who build the wood, they do the pipe and they do the
everybody got a job.
So the whole thing with the whole is like it just at the end of the day it comes down to is like you gotta kind of like more mature. So it took a while to really get it the way it's supposed to be, but definitely like as time goes it's getting stronger.
What's up? So it's 2020, 2021, and you drop a song called Revival.
Yeah, yes sir.
But there's a transition in the music that you do. So it's funny that you say you church and all that shit, but you like a rock, like you do like some rock rap type shit. You know what I mean? Like, so tell us about that shit.
So what's crazy is like in the whole transition, like I said, just adjusting and trying to find a better image and make it more professional and make it really truly more me to where it felt to like you said, making more real music. Is like I went through a whole kind of like spiritual enlightening and just realizing, keep a conscious energy, keep a conscious awareness of your energy. Right. And I went to a series of different type of concerts and just listening to different types of music, and it's like rock is really kind of where I dig my heels in, because it's like I've always listened to rock, even like listening to growing up doing the church music and listening to rap, but it's like rock is so deep, right? And it people who enjoy rock, they enjoy the smaller things, I've noticed. So it's like with rock, it's a little bit deeper because people who just, they love their music, but it's like with rock, it's more emotional. Right. So with that, like, I don't know, the lyrics just went hand in hand. And with the first single, like I said, the first rock single we dropped, like, it just randomly went it blew up on the iTunes charts overseas. So,
crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's crazy. So I'm listening to it, and that's the first song I grabbed. So when Ashley was like, in the interview, my boy, I'm like, hip hop station, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But again, I'm into the music, so I like music in general. So of course, I listen to it. And again, shit, we had somebody submit a song from Indonesia.
Oh wow.
You know what I mean? Okay, I could listen to the motherfucker, but I couldn't really understand the motherfucker. So again, I thought that was unique about yourself because I went through like I said, the Spotify. I'm more like Spotify. So listening to that, and I seen the transition, I seen the break, and I'm like, all right, that's interesting that he would come back in 2021 with a rock record. You know what I mean? So that's pretty dope. And I asked that to say like, little like Wayne fan, was it like an inspirational type thing? Like what like who's like some of your influences when you started like rapping, like looking at rap as like the main thing you did? Like who were some of the people like you looked up to and shit?
Man, it's crazy with rap. Like I think T.I. was the first one. It was like T.I. and 50
That's crazy.
Cent.
I had a T.I. phase. On everything, I had a T.I. phase.
T.I. was the one. Like
You
T.I.
had to make you feel me.
Band, man.
He'll change your flow, like for real.
Yes,
for
sir.
real, yeah.
Yes, sir. So it was them, and then it was really over like when Wayne really got in. And I mean, he was always in his bag. But when he got in his bag, like when he was dropping the tapes, like after the Carter 2, I was like 8th grade, 9th grade. That's when he started slamming the mixtapes, all the mixtapes back to back, like right around No Ceilings, just going crazy.
So with that, you know, how crazy is that being that you're from Houston though? So like, are you like a flip, like a little flip fan in Houston, right?
Yeah, yes sir.
Okay, so like so you didn't like prefer like I'm a fuck with flip or
Over T.I.
you know what I mean?
So and that's crazy because I'm out of state.
Because I like that chop and screw shit. Like I fuck with Houston. That Mike Jones album, I still bump that shit. You know what I mean? For real. So it's crazy that you would.
Are you SUC?
You know.
I love them all. We love them all. I can't even pick sides.
That's what's up though. No, that's what's up though. So I'm just saying though, that is a normal. I wouldn't expect an artist from Houston to be like, you know what I'm saying, I fuck with Tip. I mean, not that, you know, motherfuckers who love music, you know what I'm saying, get into it a different way, but the fact that you fuck with Tip and you from Houston, like that's what's up. That's hip hop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's crazy because we heard about, and I mean you hear about it, but it's like it's all politics with stuff like that. It's all politics. I was younger then too, so I really didn't know a lot.
Yeah.
But it's like it's all politics at the end of the day, and I know a lot of that stuff. You know, the big homies like squash that. You know, it's politics.
Okay.
So you know, you keep it strictly music. If you're looking at it like that, it's like they all hard. All the OGs in Houston, it's a wave. It's not even a wave. That's what set Houston. You know, that type of music.
Standard, yeah.
But I see you got your grill though, so you know you gotta take Houston with you, chains on and shit.
Everywhere.
So tell us about it. You make jewelry too though, right?
Yes,
so
sir,
you the plug.
Man, Imperial Panache Jewel Co. Yes, sir. So I have my jewelry corporation, and we do grills, pendants, rings, anything you can think of, we can custom make it.
We're gonna have to tap in.
Imperial Panache Jewelry.
Yes, sir. IPI everything. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's what's
Man,
up.
I'm fucking with you, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Man, I
He
just
the
want
plug.
y'all to know, man, bro's really getting it in, man. Shout out to everybody tuned in all our avenues, man. It's the Dream Radio Gang. You already know how we
Like
do,
a
man.
motherfucker.
We really got some entrepreneurs in the building. If you really into some boss talk, man, you might want to tune into this one, man. You know what I mean? Because bro's covering all avenues.
Man.
So one more thing before we get into the next song. So okay, you rap, you out here for your city, you jewelry making, and again we've been over here sipping on this wine. So tell us about the wine. Tell us about the wine.
Yeah, I need that before you answer.
So what I told him, look, wait. What I tell you when he said my boy do wine, I said, damn, so he like to squish grapes?
Yeah, so what what I say, you don't drink.
Yes, sir.
What influenced this particular, like, what influenced your wine if you're not really a wine drinker? Is it more of a entrepreneurial, like, oh, I know a marketplace that I could jump in at, you know what I mean? Because I understand that.
Absolutely. So what's crazy is like I'm really heading to the market. I'm really big on the crypto as well, but it's like I'm really heading to what is profiting. And when COVID started, alcohol went through the roof.
Yes.
So it was just one of the things like I
good
got
thing or bad thing, God
you know
damn.
what I'm saying? Like
So did marijuana, both of them.
True.
I mean, that's always a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Speaking of, lighter.
Lighter.
I
think I left after this.
I put an APB out to the neighborhood.
Hey, real.
To all the guys.
What we gonna do? Knock on it and say, lighter.
Y'all need to go get one?
Lighters. Damn, then I just throw you one.
You did?
I was like, I know I left it in the car.
It's all good, man. We got plenty of people, but I don't want to interrupt what you were saying. Back to your question. Your question. So, what influenced this one?
Right.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Just like I said, I like doing and then it was the research behind it, realizing alcohol is going through the roof, and then it's we have a brand that people support. C, it's another venture that when we get it to 100%, we can employ a lot of people and take a lot of people to the next level. Like with employing, when you go to Walmart, that's a middle job. You know, you don't plan to. I mean, shout out to the people that do this.
No facts. I get you.
You know, it's the people, but it's like I want to make a platform to where it's like I have different companies to where I can literally help people get to where they want to go. Whether they making $12 an hour doing whatever it is, but it's just another platform. But it's a hot selling commodity.
Listen though,
can't miss
the world. Listen though, you got, like you said, you big in crypto, entrepreneur. The world is about creating stability. Like, if you can create a job for somebody else, you can go move to another state and they'll pay you. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. So, shit, you doing something big. Not only are you an entrepreneur, but you're creating jobs for people. You know what I mean? So, shit, somebody else gonna sell this shit for you. You feel me? You're the face behind this shit. So that brings me to track number 2. We got Heaven. Like, tell us about Heaven before we get into Heaven.
Man, well, shout out to this record. Shout out to everybody that made it possible. Shout out to everybody. It's produced by Major League Beats again. It's the big homie out of Houston, Texas. I got Lauren Siobhan on the hook. She's a singer. Lafayette Taylor, he's a business owner and singer as well. And then my homegirl, Suave Vibe, she is the co-writer of the hook. You know, she helped put everything together, masterminded, executive producer with Major. And it's basically just a celebration song. You know, you have a lot of songs that when people pass, it's the sadness of it. This is a song we wanted to put out, a record we wanted to put out, that represent when people pass, you know, it's not always the downside to it. Like, it can be a happy thing, you know. When you go to Louisiana, it's a more of a party.
I heard it was more like a celebration.
Yes, sir. What I mean? So with this, it was just kind of more of a, like, you know, you get that Puff Mace feel like back in the day, but it's one of those things like we just wanted to make it like, you know, there's always gonna be downsides to life, but we got to make it as positive as possible. So that's what we tried to captivate in this record.
Well, shit, let's get into that. Go ahead and introduce that.
It's your boy Jordann Dwayne once again, checking in that Dream Radio Celebration in Heaven by your boy, yours truly, man. Let's get it.
We dreaming.
No way, we dreaming.
Hey man, your vibe is dope as a motherfucker.
I appreciate it.
Dope as shit.
We gonna stay locked in, man.
My partner out there, my nigga Ashton Kush is in Houston right now.
Oh yeah?
It's like a whole group of motherfuckers out there, but